Top stories for the hour. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Ethiopian economy sees major success in 8 months. And the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam shows the entire continent resilience and self-reliance. Hello and welcome to ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I'm Hikmat Tamam with the news for the hour. To stay with us. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said Ethiopia has recorded significant economic achievements over the past 8 months. The Premier outlined Ethiopia's recent agricultural achievements, including vast expansions in crop production and substantial export revenues, as he addressed queries from the members of the Ethiopian Parliament. Moshe Meliso has the details.
Addressing the House of People's Representatives on various issues raised in Parliament, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed responded to inquiries regarding the country's economic trajectory, stating that key economic sectors have shown remarkable progress despite global and domestic challenges. The Premier highlighted that Ethiopia is projected to register 8.4% economic growth in the coming months if the positive momentum persists.
We are poised to exceed our 8.4% growth target by the end of the fiscal year, driven by sustained efforts in key sectors, including agriculture, infrastructure and services. With just a few months remaining, Ethiopia's economic trajectory shows promising progress thanks to significant strides in agricultural production and export revenue. Our strategic focus on agriculture, highlighted by remarkable expansions in crop production, including barley, wheat and grazing land, has played a pivotal role in driving growth. We are confident in Ethiopia's economic future. With continued efforts in the remaining months of the fiscal year, we are poised to exceed our 8.4% growth target. Despite ongoing global inflationary pressures, our positive momentum remains strong. If current trends persist, we expect to surpass the projected growth rate, further solidifying the progress achieved thus far.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed presented a detailed update on Ethiopia's agricultural and economic success during a session with the House of People's Representatives.
The agriculture sector has increased substantially, with a 20.5 million hectare expansion in barley and wheat production and a 17.3 million hectare increase in grazing land. We have made significant progress in cereal crops, with an impressive 8.7 million hectares of land now under wheat cultivation. This growth has not only strengthened food security, but has also created new opportunities for farmers across the country. With improved irrigation practices and better access to modern farming techniques, Ethiopia continues to enhance its agricultural productivity, positioning itself as a key player in regional food production.
ከ17.5 ሚሊዮን ሄክታር ወደ 20.5 ሚሊዮን ሄክታር ማደግ ችሏል።
In addition, the coffee and tea industry have made significant strides with Ethiopia, recording $1.2 billion in revenue from coffee and tea alone over the past 8 months, the Premier revealed.
በስንዴ ብቻ ሳይሆን በቡና
Over the past 8 months, coffee exports with a value of over $1.2 billion have been sent abroad. In the previous year, coffee exports reached $700 million, marking the highest recorded export value. Coffee exports have contributed $1.4 billion to foreign exchange earnings. Over the next 4 months, it is expected that coffee exports will reach $2 billion following the same pace. Coffee, being one of the most sought-after products in the country, remains a top priority. On the other hand, the work being done on tea production shows promising results, with many initiatives underway in rural areas, creating numerous jobs.
በኢትዮጵያ ታሪክ ትልቁ የቡና ኤክስፖርት
The Premier also underscored the Ethiopian tourism activity has been increased after the tourism destination expansion. Ethiopia is making significant investments in wheat production, positioning itself as one of the most impressive wheat producers in Africa, he further noted.
The Parliament of Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia held its fourth year 21st regular session today. Members of the Parliament directed questions to Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed on the current affairs of the country. Regarding peace and security, the Prime Minister underscored a deeply ingrained culture of destruction and the enduring legacy of socialist ideology as key impediments to ensure peace and security. He called for a shift in mindset to foster a more constructive and peaceful political environment.
ሁለት መሰረታዊ የፖለቲካ ስብራቶች አሉበት። አንደኛው ነባሩ የመጠፋፋት ባህል ነው።
There are two major political fractures in Ethiopia. The first one is culture of destruction, where successive governments have often sought to dismantle the structures by their predecessors rather than tackling the issue peacefully. This pattern has been a recurring theme through the nation's political history. The second one is a socialist ideology, rigid and divisive mentality, categorizing political actors as enemies. These fractures limited the potential for peaceful negotiations, but we must strive for peaceful settlement of our problems.
Regarding Ethiopia's quest to sea access, the Prime Minister highlighted Ethiopia's commitment to resolve the matters through peaceful means but not through war. Take a look.
የቀይ ባህር ፍላጎታችን ከሶማሌ፣ ከጅቡቲ፣ ከኤርትራ፣ ከኬንያ የሚያጣላ የሚያዋጋ መሆን የለበትም።
Ethiopia will not resort to war with Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia or Kenya for access to Red Sea. But it is a huge resource that can benefit us all if we discuss in a mutually benefiting way to access the sea. There are rumors of war with Eritrea, but I need to assure you that military conflict with Eritrea is not an option. As a nation having a growing population and economy, landlocked Ethiopia deserves access to sea amicably, but not through war.
ኢትዮጵያ ለቀይ ባህር ስትል ኤርትራን የመውረር ፍላጎት የላትም።
During Thursday morning's appearance at the Parliament, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has also said that the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is an African pride and a testament that stands to show the entire continent resilience and self-reliance. The Guster Nisa reports.
ቢበዛ ለሚቀጥሉት 6 ወራት በጋራ ሪቫን እንቆርጣለን። ይሄ
The House of People's Representatives' 21st regular session has been held. Members of the House have raised questions on a wide range of pressing national issues in the country. Replying to the queries raised by members of the House, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has disclosed that the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, will be fully operational in the coming 6 months after reaching its final completion stage.
ይሄን ጊዜ የምንወስድበት ምክንያት ዝግጅት
It will take us time to prepare, and since we also need the rain from this rainy season, and GERD will be a history in the making in the coming 5 months of Ethiopian New Year, I would say. In relation to this regarding Egypt, I had a chance to speak with former Egyptian Foreign Minister and Intelligence here twice, and I reaffirmed them that since Ethiopia has been taking bold steps in the Green Legacy Initiative, which Egypt won't have issues with climate change crisis, because Ethiopia needs to be greener to have more water, so I have had assured them about that.
The Premier has further underscored that Ethiopia, time and time again, has reaffirmed to work collectively with its Egyptian neighbors.
Some people argue that I have broken the promise I made back in Cairo, but in reality, since we are accustomed to fulfilling our promises, we managed not to block any water from GERD, to only stay here in the country, so we were able to fulfill our promise then. And I would like to assure you Ethiopia would appreciate to work collaboratively with our brothers of Egyptians.
አስዋን ዳምም 100% ሙሉ ነው። ቃሉ ተፈጽሟል። የተካደ ነገር የለም ማለት ነው።
With regard to socio-economic benefits of Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, he stated that the dam is an African pride and a testament that stands tall to show the entire continent resilience and self-reliance.
ህዳሴ የአፍሪካ ኩራት ነው።
GERD is an African pride, a testament stands tall to show the entire continent self-reliance, where we stay corrected, where we have 74 billion cubic liters of water, and if African were denied loans or are diplomatically suppressed, GERD is witness in mobilizations and utilization of local resources.
ዲፕሎማቲክ ጫና ይደረግባቸው የራሳቸውን ሀብት
This parliament session has brought together diplomats of various countries and representatives of multiple international organizations based in Addis Ababa, religious leaders and other invited guests.
And now finally, high-level delegations from various East African nations arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia last night to attend the second edition of East Africa Art and Culture Festival that has kicked off today. The delegates of South Sudan, Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi and Djibouti arrived in the capital. The second edition of the East Africa Art and Culture Festival that anticipates bringing together 9 countries will take place in Addis Ababa from March 20 to 24, 2025. The event aims to showcase the rich cultural diversity and artistic heritage of East African nations while fostering regional unity and cooperation. The festival will feature a wide array of activities including conferences, symposiums, cultural and artistic exhibitions, circus performances, traditional cuisines, fashion shows, music, film and theater, as well as book fairs. As we wrap up the news for the hour, a recap of the top stories once again. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Ethiopian economy sees major success in 8 months. And Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam shows the entire continent's resilience and self-reliance. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching and goodbye.